Welcome to the CISA Gold Standard series, where we turn exam concepts into audit reality. In this episode, we'll explore the foundation of every audit, the standards and ethics that guide our judgment. It's Monday morning. You've just been assigned to review access management controls for a fast-growing fintech company. The CIO calls you in and says, "We're under tight deadlines. Can we skip the evidence review and just rely on screenshots?" We all know the control works. You pause, because this is where every true auditor's compass is tested. What guides your next step, your convenience or your code? In the CISA exam, this situation could appear as a single, short question. During an audit engagement, management requests the auditor to exclude testing certain areas due to time constraints. What should the IS auditor do first? You might see options like A. Agree, since management owns the risk. B. Proceed, but note the limitation in the report. C. Escalate the issue to the audit manager and document the scope limitation. D. Refuse and terminate the audit immediately. A beginner might be tempted to choose D. Refuse immediately. But a real auditor's reasoning follows ISACA's ethical structure. You remain objective. You respect due process. You communicate scope limitations through proper channels. So, the correct answer is C. Escalate and document the limitation, because that action reflects both due professional care and independence. A real auditor documents scope limitations and escalates. That's due professional care and independence in action. Let's translate this into real audit practice. When we say IS audit standards and codes of ethics, we're not talking about abstract guidelines. We're talking about the rules that protect your credibility as an auditor. In every engagement, you're guided by 4 pillars. Integrity. You tell the truth, even when it's inconvenient. In our scenario, you don't fake compliance for convenience. Objectivity. Your judgment is free from bias or influence. Even if the CIO is persuasive, your evaluation remains independent. Confidentiality. You protect sensitive information learned during the audit. That includes client data, credentials, and reports. Competence. You only perform work you were qualified for, and you continuously improve. You ensure your technical skills match the complexity of the audit. These principles aren't suggestions, they are obligations under the ISACA Code of Professional Ethics and the IS Audit and Assurance Standards 1000 to 1400 series. When followed consistently, they form what I call the auditor's internal compass. It points north, not toward convenience. Now, let's connect this to governance frameworks you'll encounter both in the exam and in real organizations. ISACA's audit standards directly align with COBIT 2019, Governance and Management Objectives, particularly MEA0, Monitor, Evaluate, and Assess Performance and Conformance, which ensures that audits reinforce governance. II Standards 1220 and 1300, covering due professional care and quality assurance. When you cite these frameworks in your audit report, you're not just showing technical knowledge, you're demonstrating governance maturity. That's what senior management values most, an auditor who understands not only what to test, but why it matters to business accountability. Let's end with a reflection. In real life, the difference between a good auditor and a great auditor isn't just technical skill, it's ethical courage. Every time you document, escalate, or challenge a request that conflicts with your professional standards, you strengthen not only your credibility, but your organization's governance integrity. So here's your challenge for today. Think of a moment in your career or study where you faced a conflict between convenience and integrity. How did you respond, and what guided your decision? Share your reflection below. Let's learn from real stories of professional courage.